back to do our episode 2 of our Speaking of Love vlog, blog, whatever.
Thingy.
And we have a new topic we want to talk about today.
Sorry.
It'll be hopefully a little bit shorter than our last video, so thank you to those of us who actually watched the whole first video because we didn't realize how long it was going to be.
Yeah, sorry.
And yeah. So our topic for today has to do about love and relationships.
Yes, and I just realized we don't have the questions.
Oh yeah, we can pull this up.
Sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry.
So we're talking about respect and kindness in relationships. So our first question is, how have you been disrespected in the past and how did it make you feel? I'll let you go first.
Okay, and I wrote down my answers this time because Amanda did that last time and it showed that she was prepared and I was not. So I was like, oh, I'll just wing it. It'll be authentic. And then I didn't have any answers.
A+ student.
A+ student, barely getting by student. So what was the question again?
How have you been disrespected in the past and how did it make you feel?
Definitely, which is something I think all women struggle with, but treated like an object, like treated like, I think that's just incredibly disrespectful, but, you know, treated like an object, almost like you're not even a human, you're just like their little plaything. That was kind of just the main one, like that was just big. That covers a lot, but
it does, yeah.
That's its own problem in itself, but that was just kind of all I put. I think that's just disrespectful.
I would say for me, I was more so thinking of trying to think in past relationships that I've been in and where I felt like I've been disrespected. And like little stuff doesn't bother me so much, but I would say like my very first serious relationship was incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, because it kind of did the same thing. Like I was getting treated like not a human being and like a doormat, and it left me feeling really, really crappy about myself by the end of it.
Yeah, it makes you feel like this big.
And so in that case, but it also in the same respect, if you look at it the other way, that like it made me realize what to look out for and not put up with in the future. So that's always a good thing too. And I was young and naive, like we all are in the beginning. So you know, I made some dumb mistakes, but yeah.
Haven't we all?
All right.
Question number 2 is, what specific actions and words make you feel respected?
I put on mine, I said giving somebody your full attention. I think when you're talking with them, especially I guess if you're having a casual conversation, then yeah, but if you know you're having a more serious conversation with somebody where you're talking about like your life goals,
how
you feel about something, then really making sure that that person has like your full attention and that kind of thing. And I know I don't feel like specifically for me that's been quite that much of an issue, but I know with a lot of other couples that having like cell phones out and around when you're trying to have a conversation. Like I went on this random first date with this guy who was absolutely astounded and was like, you're the only girl in a long time that I've been on a date with that has not had your phone out the entire time. And I'm like, oh, that's like a thing. So I guess kind of giving somebody your full attention and then kind of having care and concern for them too when it's a more serious thing, like being understanding of the fact that they're maybe talking about something they're a little bit more timid to talk with you about.
Yeah. For mine, I put attention in public. Like, I know I'm big on touch things, but it's just like the little things. If we're in like a large group of people and just like a little like, okay, we're together. Like that makes me feel respected. Like, oh, you respect me as like your significant other. If you just let me know, you're letting other people know like, oh, we're together.
Well, even just to like introduce you to other people if they don't know you.
Yeah,
like,
that too. It's like this is my girlfriend. This is my whatever. Like we're together. I don't know. That means a lot to me.
I've been a couple of times where you don't get introduced at all, and it's like, okay, apparently I'm just not here. It's
yes,
fine.
and then as a girl you start running in your head like, why didn't you introduce me? Like, and then you're just on this rabbit hole, and really he just didn't introduce you. Like it's not even that big of a deal.
All right. Yeah. Question. Next one is, what acts of kindness mean the most to you?
I put flowers, which I know flowers have never really been a thing for me. Like, I was really big on, I just did not like flowers. Somebody would ask me, what are your favorite kind? And I would say the dead kind. Because, like, I just go ahead and kill them, like, get them out of my house because they're just going to die anyways. But recently, I've come to really like flowers. And I
can tell.
Yeah, they're everywhere in my house.
I'll have to bring you some again.
Oh, stop. I love flowers now. But it's more so like well, what are your favorite kind of flowers? And then, like, if someone pays attention to that and they bring you your favorite flowers, I have tulips and sunflowers right now. because those are my two favorites.
So that's more of like a remembering a detail specific
Yes.
about you that they're paying attention to.
Yeah. So I put flowers, obviously acts of service, and I really like little notes. Like if I'll just...
I put that too.
Yeah, I just love little notes. Like if I'm going to brush my teeth and there's like someone has put like a little note on my mirror or something. It's just like, have a good day. I'm like, oh, I will. Thank you. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah. That was one of the things I put there too, is like little notes or like letters. I at one point, well, I was telling you earlier, I went like through a bunch of old letters that I had found in my apartment like last night, and it was just kind of fun to like look back on that and reflect on it. And it's cute, even though they don't mean quite as much anymore as they did before. It's just like, it's still really cool to read those. And then again, being that person who is, my love language does sometimes involve gifts. Like if you go away and you grab me something on the way home, even if it's in the airport, and bring it back, like that's really cute and kind. And then I said, doing something for me, even if it's not something maybe that you necessarily want to do, like not something that you hate.
Yeah.
But like I had an instance where I had a dance performance once that was on my significant other's birthday, and he still went and watched me, and I was like, that was really sweet of you to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't...
I'm sure it wasn't the top of his list of things to do that day, but...
Yeah. So it's still nice that he was like, okay, I'll come. So it was fun. And then we still got to celebrate after, so...
Yeah. Nice. This is one that tripped me up, but how has someone unknowingly been less than kind to you? Like they weren't intentionally being like rude, but...
I had a hard time with this too, trying to
I read that one
think of instances. Like I feel like if I was in the situation, I'd be like, oh, you're being mean. But
yes. In my head, I'd be like, look at you doing it on purpose.
I guess kind of the same, like being indifferent to you or not being helpful, or I guess even thinking about the introductory thing, like not introducing somebody and ignoring you and pretending you're not there, or that. And I've had a couple instances where I got picked on for stuff where they think it's cute, like they're like being cute, like you're afraid of this, and I'm like, it's really not funny, but thanks. And you try to like play
you have to like laugh it off, but really it bothers you.
So there've been a couple times for that too.
Yeah, I put invalidating my feelings, like, oh, I didn't mean it like that, you're just being dramatic, when something, because it takes a lot for me to kind of say,
don't call a woman dramatic
or crazy. It takes a lot for me to get up the courage. Sometimes something really hurts my feelings, to be like, hey, that really hurt my feelings when you said that, and to be immediately dismissed. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to bring anything up ever again, and then you keep it inside. That's what I put.
That's a really good point. I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we're both that way. It takes a lot for us to kind of be like, hey, by the way, that kind of hurt my feeling. And even with each other, like sometimes you'll say, hey, you'll say something, or I'll be like, hey, can we do this? I don't know. It's just like, you have to just tell me. But if I was to invalidate you and just be like, I think that's one of the next questions. So I won't.
Okay.
I'll wait on that one.
All right. Next one is, how should someone let you know that you feel they're being unkind? Wait, this was a confusing one that we were trying to figure out.
But I can start with that, because that was what I was kind of saying. Like, with me, if I'm being unkind and I want somebody to, like, how do I want them to approach me? You just need to come right out and say it. Like, you need to... I'm going to probably be defensive. That's just the kind of person I am, and I'm going to be sad about it. But then, later on, I'll probably receive it well, because I don't like to openly be defensive. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll work on that. But in my head, I'm like... But then when I'm alone, I can think through it. I'm like, crap, they were totally right. Like, I was wrong with this. And then that's when I'm able to process it and kind of come forward and be like, hey, you're totally right. I'm really sorry. Let me do this to change that. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm good with constructive criticism, but really I'm not that great with constructive criticism, because I think I take everything to heart.
Oh, yeah.
And so, definitely telling me that I've done something unkind, especially since I don't think ever intend to be unkind.
No,
to
never.
Somebody. I mean, most.
Well, I never. That's why
99% of the time.
That's why if you ever came to me and said something, I'm like, she's not coming to me because she's being ugly. Like, she's doing it out of love. So I really can't be upset because.
Yeah. I would say the only other thing for me is not to do it in anger. Like, if you're upset with me and you come at me angrily, I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Like. Afraid to bring anything else ever up again.
Oh, yeah.
Or do anything. I don't know, just that first relationship again, I was walking on eggshells all the time because I didn't know he was going to flip a switch and like be really pissed off at me. And so I think whoever's with me has to know that they need to be a little bit more
kind,
tactful in the way that they approach things. If I have done something to upset them, I think would be beneficial.
Yeah.
So, all right. And then our last one is, do you see me as a kind person to you and others? And we decided we're going to answer this about each other.
I said, oh, 100%. Nicest person I've ever met in my entire life. Because you're considerate and you're caring and you're giving. Amanda's the type of person that if she had one hamburger, well, she doesn't eat meat, but if she had one salad and she hasn't eaten in 3 days, and I ate 5 minutes ago, but I was like, I'm hungry, she would give me her salad. Like, she's just the nicest human in the entire world.
I'll give you half my salad.
And if I said I was still hungry, you'd probably still be like,
let's go get another salad.
Okay, like, you would still, like, she would just do anything for anybody. I put least selfish person.
I wrote, basically, Beth is the best, and then I put a smiley face, because she basically is. And I know she would come over here in a heartbeat, or come over to my place, because we're at your place.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat if I needed anything, or help me with anything, as long as I was not afraid to ask her.
Yes, you have to ask.
So,
it's gonna come.
Otherwise.
Or I'll get a feeling in my head. She'll text me like, wow, I got a little laundry here. Good luck!
I need your help!
Come over here!
But,
anyways.
Alright, so this was our questions for our respect and kindness chapter out of the book that we've been using. And hopefully you enjoyed our second episode. And if you want to make sure you see all of our episodes, I'll do the whole subscribe below thing.
I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere down there.
It's on YouTube, I don't know. But if you want to make sure you catch them all, then you definitely can. And if we're boring you, you can just not pay attention.
You just don't watch. Don't be mean.
We know where
we
it's
don't take it well.
So.
And next time is communication, and that one is actually I'm excited about because that's a lot.
It's a good topic. We might have to split that one into.
We might have to split that one into two.
All right, bye guys. Have a good rest of the day.